guys! Tonight we are traveling back to a decade soaked in cigarette, smoke, wrapped in scratchy polyester, and held together with shag carpet, wood paneling, and an almost spiritual commitment to ignoring danger. We are talking about the 1970s in America, a time when safety was more of a vibe than a rule, and when the phrase that cannot be good for you simply did not exist yet. So before you get comfortable, a sincere thank you to the listener who suggested tonight's journey. Your ideas genuinely shape what happens here, and this channel only keeps growing because of suggestions like yours. If you are enjoying these late-night trips through history, feel free to like the video and subscribe, but only if you actually enjoy what I do here. Drop a comment telling me where you are listening from and what time it is for you. 'Cause somehow it is always 2 of the clock in the morning somewhere. And if you would rather drift off without a screen, the channel is now on Spotify as well. The link is in the description. If you would like to wander over, now dim the lights, switch on a fan for that soft background, and get comfortable. Let us pause for a moment. Have you ever wondered what it felt like to ride in the back of a car with no seat belt, no car seat, and a parent chain smoking with the windows rolled all the way up? Did people really throw lawn darts, actual metal spears, at each other for fun? Could you survive a dinner party in a room so thick with smoke you could not see the fondue? Would you last one childhood summer drinking from a garden hose, chasing a truck that sprayed pesticide fog for entertainment, and coming home only when the street lights flickered on? And now, congratulations, you have just woken up in 1974. Here is a haze in the air, a strange orange glow to the curtains, and somewhere in the house, someone is already lighting their second cigarette. It is not even breakfast yet. Good luck. Let us begin where every 1970s day begins, by inhaling. You open your eyes, and before you have fully woken up, you have already had a cigarette. Not because you smoked one, but because everyone around you did. And the air in the house is roughly 40% tobacco by volume. Here is a soft gray haze hanging near the ceiling like indoor weather, a permanent low fog that drifts gently from room to room. Mom smokes at the breakfast table. Dad smokes in the bathroom. Grandma smokes while telling you not to slouch. The smell has soaked into the curtains, the couch, your school clothes, and possibly your bones. You do not notice it, 'cause you have never known anything else. To you, fresh air is the weird stuff that happens outside. Consider the scale of it in this decade. More than a third of all American adults smoke, and they do it indoors with the windows shut in every season without a flicker of guilt. There is no no-smoking section in your home because the entire home is the smoking section. Ashtrays are not an accessory. They are furniture. Heavy glass ones sit on the coffee table, the nightstand, the back of the toilet, and the kitchen counter. Each one a little ceramic monument slowly filling with ash. Some of them are genuinely nice. people receive them as gifts. The evidence is written on the walls, quite literally. Over the years, a film of tar settles over everything in a slow, patient coat. White walls drift toward a creamy nicotine yellow. The ceiling goes the color of weak tea. Wipe a clean spot anywhere in the house, and you will reveal the original paint underneath, like an archaeologist uncovering a brighter, lost civilization. The same thing is happening to the inside of every lung in the building. But that conversation is not on this morning's agenda, and it is not just home. It is the whole world. People smoke at their desks at work, tapping ash into a tray beside the typewriter. They smoke in the bank while waiting in line. They smoke in elevators, in movie theaters, in the grocery store, in the hospital, where patients light up in their beds and nobody blinks. Imagine standing in a waiting room surrounded by sick people, all of them puffing away under a giant clock in a haze. You could cut with a butter knife. To a person from today, it looks like a building that is mildly on fire. To everyone here, it is just Tuesday. The truly remarkable part is how invisible it all is to the people living in it. Nobody complains about the smell because nobody can smell it anymore. An entire population has gone happily, nose blind, marinating in tobacco from the moment they wake up to the moment they fall asleep, often with a final cigarette balanced in an ashtray on the nightstand, glowing faintly in the dark. Smoking in bed is not yet considered a thrilling way to burn the house down. It is just how you wind down, so you stretch, you cough a little, and you take that first deep breath of the day, which is somehow both indoors and secondhand. It is like waking up inside a chimney that everyone has politely we not to discuss. Somewhere down the hall, the coffee's percolating, and a fresh cigarette has already been lit to go with it because the two arrive as a matched set. Speaking of which, it is time to head to the kitchen and see what passes for breakfast around here. Bad idea. It is time for breakfast. And the good news is, it is delicious. The bad news is everything else. You pour yourself a bowl of cereal so brightly colored it could be used to signal aircraft, sweetened with enough sugar to stun a horse, and dyed with hues not found anywhere in nature. The mascot on the box is a cartoon character actively encouraging you to eat more. There are no nutrition labels worth reading, no warnings, and absolutely no concept of moderation. Your orange drink is not orange juice. It is a powder that becomes a beverage through the magic of chemistry and optimism. You wash it all down, feeling great, because in the 1970s, if it tasted good and came in a box, it was basically a vitamin. Let us look in that bowl a little closer. The cereal is engineered, and that is the right word, to appeal to a 6-year-old who has never once considered a consequence. It comes in shapes, in marshmallow charms, in flavors that have no relationship to any fruit that has ever grown. The first ingredient is sugar. The second ingredient is sugar. The second thing, just wearing a different name to seem like a stranger. By the time you tip the bowl up to drink the leftover milk, the milk has turned a festive shade of pink or purple. And you consider this a feature, not a crime against dairy. The packaging is half the experience. The back of the box is a playground, a maze, a comic strip, a cutout mask, a mail-away offer for a plastic prize that cost you 2 box tops and the patience of a saint. The mascot stares out at you with enormous friendly eyes. And his entire personality is wanting you to eat more cereal. Nobody finds this strange. The idea that a cartoon animal might not have your best interests at heart simply has not occurred to anyone yet. Then tea here is the powdered drink, the proud centerpiece of the modern breakfast. It is a tub of orange dust that you stir into water, and it tastes like the concept of an orange as described to someone who has never seen one. It is marketed as futuristic, the drink of astronauts, which makes it sound less like a chemistry experiment and more like a privilege. You drink it by the glassful. The fact that real oranges exist and are sitting right there in the produce aisle is beside the point. Those do not come with a space program attached. Lurking behind all of this is a quiet pharmacy of additives, artificial colors, artificial flavors, preservatives with names like a dropped Scrabble rack. Some of these dice are, even now, being quietly pulled from shelves as questions start to surface. But the general public is not exactly losing sleep. The food looks fun. It tastes sweet. And it lasts in the cupboard until the heat death of the universe. What more could you possibly want from a meal? What you will not find anywhere on this table is a frank accounting of what you are eating. Detailed nutrition labels are barely a thing, and even where they exist, no one reads them because no one yet believes the label has anything useful to say. Breakfast is judged on 2 criteria. Does it taste good? And is it quick? On both counts. The glowing bowl in front of you is a triumph. So you finish your neon breakfast, your teeth faintly buzzing, your glass ringed with orange residue, and you feel absolutely fantastic. You are, chemically speaking, a small science fair project, but you are a happy one, and that is what counts. Now fully fueled on sugar and food coloring. Let us take a tour of the house you live in. It is browner than you would think, and is browner than you would think, and considerably more flammable. Let us take a tour of your home, a brown on brown wonderland that someone, somewhere, considered the height of style. Every wall is paneled in fake wood. Every floor is buried under shag. Carpets so deep and so long that small objects vanish into it permanently. Never